I was in Chicago about a year and a half ago, and I met my first guest. His name is Andreas. He owns Salon Buzz. When I met him, I had started a project called the Creative Mentorship Program. And Andreas was one of my first guinea pigs, where I got to explore his brand, and I learned an awful lot about an industry that I thought I knew a lot about. And being an owner is a very different perspective than being a hairdresser in the salon. So here's what the challenge is going to be. We're going to tie him up and have these cats come and lick him. No. Instead of me sitting doing an interview with Andreas and loving everything he's saying, what I thought would be nice was to actually work and do a shoot. I think what we'll do is we'll bring Andreas up and we'll get going. And I hope you enjoy it. Andreas?
Hey, Howard.
Thanks for coming.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So, first of all, can you explain sort of how you got to where you are?
Well, I started in the industry really young. I've been rolling my mother's hair since I was 12 years old. Coming to the United States, I came at the age of 19. I had dabbled into hair, but not necessarily full-force professional. I was looking for something to do. It really was by luck. My brother says to me, well, you're so natural at it, just go ahead and follow that instinct. You know, at that moment, I didn't think a lot of education existed, so I sought out education myself, from a business perspective, from a creative perspective. But at the same time, I knew that things had to change, had to be a little bit different. So when I launched out the Salon Buzz brand, for me it was about creating a culture and a togetherness, and I think it makes us a much bigger force together than each one of us individual. And I learned that from my father. We have 3 boys, and my father would give a stick to my older brother and says, break it, and he would go and break it. And then he'd give him 2 sticks, he says, this is the 2 of you. Go ahead and break this. And he would crack it maybe and says, now there's 3 of you guys. Break these together. And my older brother couldn't break it. So he says, the 3 of you guys together make a much stronger force than anybody else individual.
Nice.
So I kind of came up through that concept, you know, growing up that way. And I wanted to create a culture that everybody felt powerful together. All right, so I'm starting.
All right, cool.
I'm going to refine the cut a little bit.
So Andreas, we're talking about education. Do you think that's the key to success in a salon, whether it's done internally or they go outside for education?
I think that's probably one of the most important parts that you need to be doing, ongoing. And you can't stop, because the minute you stop, somebody else is going to come by and take it right away from you.
And you spoke about the change in customer. What do you see? Is it really a smarter customer?
The customer is educated. The customer is constantly looking for something that's going to improve their life. So we need to be ahead of them because they have certain expectations now. And if you don't meet the expectations, they're going to leave. And this is a phenomenon that's happening because this is the new normal that's happening in our industry. Our industry is different 5 years ago. It's different 3 years ago. Things are evolving and changing. So we need to be able to run in order for us just to walk in our industry. So you have to constantly be evolving and growing and adapting to the needs of the client in the market. You can't just stay still and think it's going to happen anymore.
What we'll do is I think we'll take you back to makeup, because I'm going to style it all on set now.
Okay.
And that's where, to me, that's where it all comes together, is like with photography and touching. I'm going to put some products in it, but I think we'll change the makeup a little bit and sort of have another look at it and take it a step further, but I think it's good. Right. Ready? Right. Nothing too nice, all right? You know, interesting, but not it's kind of smiley, and not too much modeling, because you look amazing. See, already, I think this looks good. Is there anything you want me to do?
I'm really excited. Well, I would want to direct you, but I think there will be the wrong
I don't take
thing for me to
direction
do.
well. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of shit right now about, you know, going into retail outside of salons.
About doing what?
About going to retail, Bloomingdale's, Sephora, you know, and people think I'm stealing their clients. I mean, people want the products. Why do they have to go to Sephora? I mean, do you think
we're
your
not-
clients are going to walk out your salon and go to Sephora?
No, we're not selling it to them. That's why they're going to Sephora. If we were to sell it to them, they wouldn't be going necessarily to a Sephora. I think when you have a hairdresser working with a client for 30, 40, 50 minutes on the chair, it's a prime example. We're going to put some products to style it and make it do something, right? So she's going to need to use these products. So if you're going to tell the customer what she's going to use, she's going to buy it right then and there.
To me, part of this film is about how to help hairdressers get smarter, and even about how to challenge other retailers. Because you can, right?
Absolutely. You know, I walked into a Walgreens just recently that they're remodeling, and their first focus when I walked in, the hair care products used to be at the back of the aisle, and now they were forefront, all retail, nail department stuff, hair care stuff, right up front as you enter the door, lit up like a Christmas tree in beautiful displays. That's enticing for the client to go and buy.
Wow.
And their retail displays look better than any salon I've ever seen.
Wow.
So they're going after our client.
Yeah.
So,
And the clients don't know that it's not professional. If they say professional hair care, and they might even have someone there saying, I'm a professional hairdresser, I can sell you products, they're going to take us out of business.
this is what I've seen. I've seen stores like that, and I have heard conversations of the salesperson selling a customer a product that was completely the wrong product. I would have never sold her that product. But I could hear it purposely. I just sat by and listened to the sales pitch. So basically, this client doesn't have the correct information. Will go and try to look for it. They have these people saying that they're specialists selling their product, and at the end, the customer is going to get the wrong product. She's not going to be able to reproduce what you just did, and guess who she's going to think that didn't do their job right?
Us.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think products from here is that if you use a product on a client, they have to see immediately that there's something different going on. And, you know, I'm a big believer in showing a client 2 or 3 different hairstyles in the salon. You know, even the simplest thing of a ponytail, how to do it. And it's just good service.
So here's a question that I have. How do you choose what products and the look and the direction that you're going to go? How do you do that? What's your inspiration that you...
Well, it'd be based on the look. Things like styling lotion, anything that will put body into the hair. Even if it's flat, I'll put body in. And it's really driven by the end result. And also, when you're in photography, is like, how many looks am I getting? You know, where am I building to? So you build in the products as you're doing it. And that's how we built the line, was based on a start, a middle, and then the finale. You know, you wouldn't put surf spray on at the end after wax and everything else. Sure. People try and learn almost too much, too quick, you know. Like, to me, I would learn one product at a time, master the product, even a haircut technique. Learn it, master it, move on. And then you can go back and you've got that big toolkit of like, what can I do?
I like that idea that you're saying, because that's what we have in our training program. Once they master the round brush, they're going to go to the Mason Pearson brush. Yeah. But I never thought about master one product.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That to me is very beneficial for your network to know, and
yeah,
for all the
because
hairdressers to hear.
we didn't come out with a line of products last year or 5 years ago. We started with 1, and then we got 2, and then we got 3, and we kind of build it in. That's cool. That's a good kind of profile too. Let's do the profile on the black. So I just deflate it, just get the tonic in, and then it seems like we could go on forever about this stuff, Andreas.
Well, I love talking about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
Did you like the challenge?
I loved it. Did you like the results?
You know, I could be here for a couple of weeks doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's what we do best. You know, bullshit and cut hair. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Here's what I learned. Speaking to you and you telling me about Bumble and the salon, that we all have the same challenges, pretty much the same difficulties, pretty much from staff to mechanics to operations to customers. And if we collaborate as an industry and trying to help one another, we can grow this industry instead of looking to compete with one another.
Well, that's what's going to kill us, is the competition between ourselves.
Because the egos get in the way, and they shouldn't be that way. And we don't need to poach from each other. We don't need to steal from each other. We need to help each other grow and be an open source to one another for information. Because I may be doing something well that you don't do, and you may do something well that I don't do, and I can learn from you, and you can learn from me. And that's so important. I just want to emphasize that message to the network.
Thank you. There you go. Cool. Thanks, man.
Howard. Appreciate it.
And Shelby, it's your last chance. Great. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. Thank you.